Hello, we're going to go ahead and spend some time and talk about measurement. Okay, and things that we measure. We're going to start off and talk about tools of measurement, okay, and some things that we use to make measurements. Some of these tools you already know of, like a tape measure, okay, obviously a ruler. I'm going to put ruler slash meter, yardstick. And there's a reason that I put meter and yard in parentheses stick, because meter sticks and yardsticks, they're kind of the same. They're a little bit different. Yard is the US system, okay, and meter is the metric system that you have learned in our last video. So we got tape measure, we got rulers, we got meter sticks, we got yardsticks. We also have things like calipers. Calipers that help measure small lengths. We have graduated cylinders. Okay, which help graduated cylinders help measure volume of liquids. Okay, they measure the volume of liquids. You can also use a graduated cylinder to measure the volume of a solid, which we will talk about later. Uh, let's see, we got calipers, tape measure, rulers, meter sticks, yardsticks, graduated cylinders. We have triple beam balance. Okay, and that helps measure mass. Okay, the mass of an object. How much matter is in an object. Oh, and another really important tool that we use is a thermometer. Okay, a thermometer, which we use obviously to measure temperature. Okay, temperature. So, tape measure, ruler, meter stick, calipers, graduated cylinders, triple beam balance, and thermometer. Okay, so let's talk about the tape measure first here. Tape measure, okay? Okay, talk about the tape measure. And here is a wonderful picture of a tape measure. Now, I want you to take a very close look here. We have two different kinds of measurement on here. This top part, these are inches. From here to here is 1 inch. From the next one, that's another inch. Those are inches. Okay, inches. And inches is the US. Okay, that is the US system. Down here we have metric, okay, and each one of these is a centimeter. So here's 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, okay. There's another centimeter, okay. So when we're doing some measurements, if you have a tape measure like this, make sure you're using the right side. So if you're measuring something that is done in inches, you're using the top portion. And if you're measuring something in the metric system, so we've got metric on the bottom and US on the top, or the standard system, another name is the standard. Okay, the standard on the top. Okay, for inches and feet and yards. So the standard system, I'm just going to abbreviate it as US. We have inches, feet, yards, gallons. Okay, so in continuing and measuring with our US system, we got 1 inch here, up to here is 1.5 inches, but in science we primarily use the metric system. So you're going to be doing things down here. So up to here, this is 6 centimeters, okay? Up to here is 7 centimeters, and each one of these is 1/10 of a centimeter, okay? 1/10 of 1 centimeter, okay, is of a centimeter is the same thing as 1 millimeter, because it takes 10 millimeters to equal 1 centimeter. And you can count there. Let's just take a look right here. You're going to have 10 lines in between here and here. And you can count. There's 10 of them in there. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the middle. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is the end. Okay? So there's 10 millimeters in between each centimeter. Okay? All right, let's move on and let's talk about measuring with a graduated cylinder. Okay, graduated cylinder. And I got a picture here of a graduated cylinder. I'll move that off to the side. Let me go ahead and make it bigger here. Okay, and I want you to take a look here. It's very important that you look at the liquid that's in this cylinder. There are 2 lines, and I'm going to go ahead and change colors to green. There's 2 lines in here. Okay, there is this top line of the liquid, and there's also the bottom line of this liquid. Okay, now when we measure in a graduated cylinder, we always measure using the bottom line. This is called the meniscus. Okay, the meniscus. Now, the meniscus is the bottom portion. So in this graduated cylinder, this big line right here on the bottom, okay, is 50 milliliters. Okay? That's 50 milliliters right there. So if I was to ask you and show you this picture, how many milliliters of water is in this graduated cylinder? It's 50 plus 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one? Is it 3 or 4? The correct answer is 3, because we are using the bottom of the meniscus. We always measure at the bottom of the meniscus. Okay, always measure at the bottom of the meniscus. So in this case, it's 3 milliliters. So it's 50 milliliters plus 3 milliliters equals, you guessed it, 53 milliliters. That is how much water is in that graduated cylinder.